if you are someone who feels like they have to bend over backwards to prove that they're worthy to their partner, you might have an anxious attachment. Hi, I'm Amy and welcome to my channel. I'm a certified attachment style coach and I help anxious attachers break the cycle of avoidant and emotionally unavailable partners so that you can thrive in your independence and prevent future heartbreak. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about why anxious attachers really do go above and beyond for their partners and how to stop doing it, because guys, you don't have to prove that you're worthy. You are already worthy. And if somebody is not treating you like you're worthy, that person doesn't get access to you. But before we start, if you're interested in what attachment style you are, I have a free attachment style quiz available in my bio, but let's get into the video. I'm going to start with a story of mine. And those who've followed me for a while will know that I was in a 7-year on and off relationship with a dismissive avoidant partner. And I am well versed in proving my worth to somebody who just didn't seem to think that I was worthy. I'm going to go through in this video mistakes that I made so that you guys don't have to make them. So let's start with, why do anxious attachers feel like they're unworthy? And this is a wound that comes way back in childhood. So if you grew up in a household where love was really inconsistent, or you were praised when you did something well, but really punished when you did something wrong, what happened is that you took on a belief that I have to work really hard to be loved or to feel worthy, accepted, XYZ. Just to counteract this so you can see the other side of the coin, secure individuals don't grow up in a household where love is inconsistent. They grew up in a household where all of their needs were met. So when they went out into the world as an adult in relationships, they already knew that they were worthy. So if somebody came along and treated them like they weren't, alarm bells rang. And because secure people have really strong boundaries around this, they would have said, no, thank you. Now, us anxious attachers don't grow up in that environment. We don't grow up with all our needs being met. So what happens is, in adulthood, not only are we attracted to people that are going to repeat the same pattern, i.e. avoidance or emotionally unavailable people, we reenact our childhoods. So me, for example, I grew up with a father who was incredibly emotionally unavailable, and I had to jump through hoops to get any sort of attention, any sort of love, and I took that into my adult relationships. And my most recent relationship was with a dismissive avoidant partner where I reenacted that to the point where alarm bells didn't ring for me. When this person didn't treat me how I deserved to be treated, that was kind of okay. I didn't set boundaries around that behavior. I didn't even have a conversation about it. I was just going along with it and thought, right, okay, well, I'll just ignore that and move on. I don't want a conversation about it because then he'll emotionally distance himself and I don't really want to deal with that. So I'm just going to ignore that that ever happened. And if this sounds like you, there is no judgment here at all. And I've helped so many clients with exactly the same problem. I've created a really specific blueprint of exactly what I did to heal from anxious attachment to secure attachment. And if you're interested in doing the same thing, my email is in the bio. Let's connect. If you want to know what previous clients have to say who have been through the program, check out my community tab. All of my testimonials are on there. So if this sounds familiar to you, maybe you drop everything to go and meet your partner's needs. Maybe you don't advocate for your own needs. Maybe you're somebody who accepts poor behavior. Maybe you're somebody who doesn't tend to have an easy time setting boundaries around how you're treated. And all of this can be linked to childhood experiences and the childhood home that you grew up in. And anxious attachers generally have a history of being emotionally abandoned or even physically abandoned in their childhoods. So as I said, not only are you attracting this sort of person who is going to repeat this pattern, you also reenact the same thoughts, the same beliefs, the same feelings, and the same actions, which usually are you ignore it, you don't address it, because that might mean that you'll be abandoned. So to protect against this abandonment wound, what you have learned to do is really work hard. And what this might look like it did to me, was being overly agreeable. For example, I did things that I didn't want to do. I wouldn't say no. I was very people pleasy. I was so hyper aware that if I didn't do that, then this person might leave me and I will be left feeling abandoned and unwanted. But I'm here to tell you guys that you are already worthy. You don't have to prove that you are worthy to anyone. You don't have to work hard to be loved. And if somebody is expecting that of you, that's not normal. So if it is that you're in a relationship like that right now, or maybe you've recently ended a relationship like that, but you don't really know how to move forward, what I want you to do is practice self-validation. So I want you to validate your own worth. So where are you showing up in life right now that proves that you're worthy? Because you don't have to prove it to anyone else. The only person that needs the proof is you. So where are you showing up in life now where you're worthy? And also I want you to really pay attention to, how do you treat yourself? As in, how do you speak to yourself on a daily basis? Do you eat well? Do you sleep well? Do you meet your own needs? Because when you can do this, and I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight, but it doesn't have to take a long time either. I want you to really commit to this week proving to yourself that you are worthy and treating yourself like a worthy person. And that means looking after yourself. That means asking yourself what you need throughout the day and going ahead and doing it because you're worthy of it. You're worthy of having your needs met consistently. And if you can't meet your needs consistently, nobody else is going to be able to. And also, if you don't meet your needs consistently and you don't treat yourself like you're a worthy person, you're going to think that is acceptable when other people do that to you. And also the alarm bells are not going to ring. And when you can start really treating yourself like a worthy person, the next time someone comes along and treats you like you're not, you're going to say no thank you. So I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, drop a comment below. I do have a 6-week self-study course coming available soon, so subscribe to this channel for information on that, but I will see you all in the next video.